Light consumed the eclipse. For an instant, there was no sound, no movement, only brilliance that filled every atom of space. When the glare faded, Rayen found himself staring into the impossible, a horizon of living metal stretching endlessly across the void. The Architect Prime had fully emerged. Its body spanned continents, its form both organic and mechanical, each surface rippling with circuitry like veins. Every pulse of light from its core sent shockwaves of gravity through the battlefield. Half the fleet was gone. The rest drifted in the turbulence, their weapons dimming, their engines barely holding against the gravitational tides. The nebula around them twisted into spirals of flame and shadow, as if reality itself bowed to the creature's will. "Status report," Rayen gasped, gripping the console for balance. Mira's voice cracked through static. "Shields gone. Weapons running on emergency cells. Radiation off the charts. If that thing charges again, we're dust." He looked at the screen. The Architect's single vast eye focused on him, a well of swirling galaxies. And again, the voice filled his mind. Not a word, but a weight that crushed the air from his lungs. "You fight for a world already doomed." Rayen forced his thoughts forward, as if answering the void. "Then we'll die fighting for it." The entity seemed to smile, without a face. Then, across the field of ruin, the wreckage began to move. Shattered alien vessels reassembled, fragments knitting together under unseen forces. The dead fleet was being reborn. "Captain," Mira shouted, "they're reconstructing every ship we destroyed. Then we end it before it finishes." He turned toward the AI core. "Eve, prepare the singularity drive." The ship's voice, calm even in apocalypse, replied, "Warning. Activation will collapse all matter within 2 astronomical units, including this vessel." Rayen's jaw tightened. "I know." The bridge fell silent. Even the storm outside seemed to hesitate, as if listening. Mira stared at him. "Sir, that's suicide. The eclipse can't survive that." He looked out at the endless expanse, the resurrected enemy fleet. The god rising above it, the broken remains of humanity, burning their last light. Maybe not. But if that thing reaches Earth, there won't be anyone left to remember us. Mira blinked away tears. "Then I'll stay with you." He shook his head. "You'll lead the evacuation. Get the survivors to safe distance." "Rayen, that's an order, Lieutenant." Her lips trembled. She saluted once, then turned away. "For Earth," she whispered, before leaving the bridge. Rayen stood alone. The stars outside seemed to dim in respect. He keyed the final override. Deep within the ship, the singularity core awakened, a sphere of absolute darkness blooming at the vessel's heart. Panels tore loose as gravity inverted, and the hull groaned like a dying beast. "Eve," he said softly, "lock the drive on that monster." "Coordinates locked. Do you wish to initiate countdown?" "No countdown," he murmured. "Just do it." The eclipse accelerated, engines burning blue-white, cutting through the chaos toward the Architect Prime. Enemy fire lanced past, vaporizing fragments of hull, but still the ship came on, battered, aflame, unstoppable. Across the fleet channels, voices rose. "Captain Qadir's charging the target. He's going to ram it. Godspeed, Eclipse." The noise grew into a storm of human will. Every ship, still alive, poured its remaining energy into shielding the eclipse, forming a corridor of light through the darkness. Rayen could feel their hearts beating with his own. The Architect Prime reacted, turning its massive gaze toward him. Energy gathered in its maw, a sun collapsing into a single point of destruction. He whispered to himself, "Not today." The eclipse slammed forward, the singularity core surging to maximum. For a moment, time stretched thin. Stars froze. The roar of collapsing gravity devoured every sound. Then the universe folded. A blinding wave erupted, devouring everything. The alien god, the resurrected fleet, the nebula itself. Space screamed as the singularity consumed matter and light alike. And then, silence. When the distortion faded, only debris remained. A thin ring of dust, glowing faintly around a hollow sphere of nothing. From the edge of that void, escape pods drifted, pushed outward by the explosion's shockwave. In one of them, Mira stirred. She stared through the viewport at the darkness where the eclipse had been. "Rayen," she whispered. For hours, there was no answer. Then her calm flickered to life. Static first, then a faint, broken voice. Mira, this is Captain Qadir. The singularity didn't take me. Eve shielded the command pod. I'm adrift. Systems minimal, but I can see it." "See what?" she asked, tears streaking down her cheeks. A pause. "The Architect Prime. It's gone, but something's moving inside the void. Bigger, older, like the core was just a door." Static crackled again. "Rayen? Rayen." No response. The transmission cut, leaving only the low hum of deep space. The remaining survivors gathered their strength, engines flickering weakly as they turned toward the distant shimmer of Earth's sun. Behind them, the darkness pulsed once, soft, rhythmic, like the heartbeat of a sleeping god. And far beyond the ruins, unseen by any human eye, 1,000 new lights awakened in the galactic abyss, signals rising one after another, spreading across the stars in perfect, dreadful harmony. The war was not over. It had only begun.